So quick video here, debuting the Jonathan Villar 93 overall card. And just to prove that it doesn't have to necessarily be a 99 card with amazing attributes to have some success. Saco Bay Sharks Baseball Club YouTube channel. If you like these kinds of videos, please like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification button, and you'll get notifications about more of these types of videos. But this is a real, pretty quick one. Picked up Jonathan Villar. He's my favorite Met, so I thought I'd try him. Played him at third base, and if you look at him here, these are his attributes. The contact's pretty good, not as good against lefties. The power's okay. The fielding is okay, and the speed is pretty good. But he has a nice short swing, and thought I would try him on the Saco Bay Sharks baseball team, America's favorite virtual baseball team. And again, just kind of a confirmation that you do not need to necessarily have 99 Mickey Mantle in order to do well. In fact, Mickey Mantle's on my bench right now because I'm not hitting with him very well. It's really a matter of picking cards that you can play well with and you're comfortable with their swing. For example, in my lineup, Lou Brock and Eduardo Escobar have been great for me because I feel real comfortable hitting with them. So here we're going to get into a game. It's a shortened version of the game, an edited version. And I'm facing a guy that's 76 and 60. I'm 68 and 47. I'm throwing Tom Seaver. What I'm trying to do early in this game is just get ahead on hitters, not lay anything right in there, and get a feel for how this guy's going to swing. So Cedric Mullins is hitting 263 for him. And, you know, the last thing I want to do is throw something in the middle of the plate or hang a slider or something. So I'm going fastball sinker right off the bat, and that's a great one pitch, one out start for the Sharks. Brian Roberts, don't know much about him, haven't faced him much, if at all. And once again, I'm going hard stuff in. I'm going to be really careful early in the game to hang something that somebody can hit out of the park. Mostly because I'm a patient hitter and I'm not a great hitter. So I'm not going to necessarily score a lot of runs in games. So I don't want to get behind early. Well, Seaver has, you know, pretty good control, good fastball, good sinker, good curveball. There's a base hit. And you can see I hung something in the middle of the zone a little bit. And now we got Chris Bryant, who's very dangerous. Want to be careful with him. Throw him a sinker, trying to entice a ground ball. There goes the runner. Steals second base. And that's okay. It's a one-on-one count. Hoping Seaver will get out of this. At a 1-2 count, and I'm going to be real careful not to leave anything in the middle of the plate. He got the barrel to that pretty well. Relatively lucky. Again, early in the game from a pitching standpoint, I'm trying to get a feel for his hitters. I'm trying to get a feel for if he can catch up with a fastball, if he chases pitches outside of the zone. And some pitches, my opponent, in various games that I play, some pitches, I can tell my opponent is either seeing very well or not seeing well at all. Now, this is very fortunate. Make a jumping catch. I'm not quite sure if I completely robbed him or not, but I get out of the inning. Very, very fortunate there. Again, trying to get a feel for my opponent's hitters. I like to lead off Vlad Sr. because he's super dangerous, and sometimes guys will pitch around him. This is Garrett Crochet. who I haven't seen much of, but I know he can be dominant. And so far, first couple pitches, hard time catching up here. But the good news is that the first 3 pitches, he's not dotting. So if he's using pinpoint pitching, he's not super accurate. That strikeout concerns me just because I chased a bad pitch. But in other ways, it doesn't concern me because he's not really dotting up. He's not. I'm seeing the ball okay. Try to bunt, sometimes not so early in the game like this one with Lou Brock. And that didn't work out. Typically, with a left-hand pitcher, Lou Brock, who's falling off to the third base side of the bag, Lou Brock can drag that bunt and get on. Here's Lindor.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
And right now, he's only thrown 9 pitches in the first inning, so I'm just trying to grind out this at-bat. Trying to get 10 to 15 pitches in the first inning. And there's a nice swing, 2-2 swing. Fastball in the zone. I do not play with a PCI, but when the ball's in the zone like that, I can get the barrel to it. Here's Frank Thomas, who I haven't actually been hitting very well with. But now, suddenly, Crochet's lost it a little bit. Good for me, because at a minimum, I'm probably going to get 15 pitches out of this inning, even if I don't score. So it's a 3-0 count. I'm taking all the way for ball 4. Here's the debut of Jonathan Villar. And I've decided with new players in their debuts, I'm not going to go hacking at the first pitch. I'm going to be patient. Neither of those first 2 pitchers could I have handled. Counts where I want it, positive count. Now we're driving up that pitch count in the first inning. 19 pitches. So he's going to have 20 pitches minimum here. And he hangs a slider in the zone. And Jonathan Villar, with that nice short swing, hits it out. So started out with 2 not so great at bats. Vlad Sr., Brock, and Lindor grinds out an at bat for a base hit. Thomas walks, and Villar has a very good at bat and hits a 2-2 hanging slider out of the park. 3-0 Saco Bay Sharks at this point. Wondering if he might quit here, and a little surprising that he doesn't. But what I'm thinking here is continue to work that pitch count, even though there's 2 outs. Don't get over anxious. Have a good at-bat in this next at-bat, regardless. And then go out and have a shutdown inning with Seaver in the top half of the second. So just waiting on my opponent here. But Villar's a good example. A lot of people wouldn't use him because he's a 93 overall, and there's so many 99s out now. And I'll probably keep him in my lineup for a little while until he proves that he can't hit. Here's Escobar, who's been really good for me. Another guy who is not on a lot of people's lists as the top 10 or even 20 overall players. But he's a switch-hitting guy who can play a few different positions, and he's had some huge hits for me. And again, I have a winning record. I'm playing .666 ball roughly, so can't really argue with, some of the success that I've had with these guys. He had 2 outs and nobody on, don't forget. And now he's up to 25 pitches. He's down 3-0. By the time he's out of this, he's going to have thrown 30 pitches.
They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
I was late on that. I really should have crushed that pitch. It was a hanger right in the middle of the zone.
You can really tell about how effective this guy
There's the
can be
30th
when
pitch
guys
of the
are
inning,
swinging at that changeup.
and just
So
proves
far
how
this one,
sometimes
they've been real
the
smart
Sharks
letting
can
go.
really grind out at bats. Grandal flies out to right field, end of the first inning.
That ends the inning.
So shutdown inning here is important. This is a shorter video, so it's not going to take you through the entire game, but just taking you through the thinking here. Again, I don't want to throw balls down the middle and give it right back, so I'm going to really focus here and try to stay on the outside parts of the zone, get guys to chase a little bit, get some outs, and get in and hit again. The last thing I want to do is walk a guy. So I'm 2-0 here. I have to come to him because I do not want to walk a guy right after I just had a 3-run inning. Again, I play with no PCI when I hit, and I don't use pinpoint pitching either. I feel like I'm an intermediate player, a lot of veteran, a lot of all-star, occasionally pennant race. But our games, the Sharks games, are very realistic. They really simulate real baseball with the scores. I'm not hitting 10 home runs a game, nor are my opponents. A lot of strategy, a lot of manufacturing, some home runs here and there, and trying to play some smart baseball. So if you're one of these people who are watching this video and you're an average player, this channel is for you. My Twitch channel, Sharks 3308, is for you. This is for the average player. This is not for the guy who's playing on Legend or getting to World Series. There's only a chosen few of those people. Most people are like you and I, people who are watching this video, and myself. Better than average players, looking to get better, win more than we lose. Veteran, all-star, pennant race, that kind of level. So we get 2 outs here. Seaver settling in. I'm getting comfortable with his pitches, how he throws. Feel like I can command him really well. Salvatore Perez will hit, in my experience at this level, he will hit off-speed stuff that hangs out of the park. He has trouble with the hard stuff in. So here we go in the third, bottom of the third, looking to tack on again, and I have Brock on third, Lindor in second after a double steal, and would love to drive this run in, these runs in, make it 5-0. Once again, working the count into a positive count. So something in the middle of the plate I can hammer. Was looking for a fastball there and chased a little bit. Great take. 3-2 count. Sitting on something hard. Fastball's a little up. I was a little bit late on that. Got a piece of the changeup, fouled it off. So right now he's not sure really what to throw me. He comes with a slider, I think, that was in the middle of the plate, and that ball's crushed. Perfect. 2 RBIs. Jonathan Villar, 2 for 2. 5 RBIs in his debut with the Sharks. And here's an example. Escobar, another good player, patient, not chasing and wanting to hit back-to-back home runs right away. Would love to jump on the next pitch and hit it out of the park, but just kind of waiting. And there's a bomb by Escobar. I mean, he can play. He can really play for me. I'm confident with him. At this point, it's 7-0. That's a lot for the Sharks. I mean, that's got to be at least in MLB, and he throws at my hitter. In MLB, the show 21, that's got to be the most runs I've scored this early. So, of course, I'm feeling really comfortable, swinging it really well. And he quits. Seaver had the shutdown inning, but Jonathan Villar, just an example that if you like your player and you like his swing and you feel confident with him, you can have success. So you have to go with players that you feel comfortable with regardless of their overall. This is the Saco Bay Sharks Baseball Club YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.